This episode contains graphic and explicit content. Discretion is advised. If you cannot handle content regarding sexual assault, roofies, and murder, please skip this episode.
It's Tuesday, innit?
Hey everyone, it's Mimi and Weezus.
Hey guys, what's good?
Guess who we're going to cover today? Yet another, I don't know.
Disgusting human.
Mm-hmm. So.
Or what do we call them, dude? What do we call these people?
I don't even know what to call them. That's why I was like another, and then I was like, well, what do we call them? Another version of Bill Cosby, I guess, since they were BFFs. So if you haven't guessed yet, it's going to be Hugh Hefner. And let's just start from the beginning. All right. So before he was even known, before he was something, let's just say, back in the day, back in like 1952, he actually used to work like publishing for Esquire. So he did, like, he was a cartoonist and copyright guy. I don't know. He did all that stuff. Then he like didn't get a proper raise, like what he wanted. So he just quits and then ventures out on his own, right?
Damn, he said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, literally. And who knows like how much they were even making back then, you know? Times are a lot different.
Cents on the dollar. No, I'm just kidding.
For real. So in 1953, the next year, this is when he founded Playboy magazine, right?
Let's
Guess
go.
Guess how much freaking money, dude, that he used of his own to put into this?
A small loan of $10 million. I'm just
Worse, dude.
Worse?
Okay, so he only had to use $600 of his own money.
Oh my god, dude! Back in 1950, bro.
1953, he has $600.
Hit, dog. Inflation hit.
Dude, he has $600 of his own, and he goes out and he's like, "All right, well, this ain't quite enough." So he borrows money from his parents, and his dad was like, hell no, I'm not giving you money for that," because his parents were like super religious, and his mom was like, "I'm gonna give you $1,000, not because I believe what you're doing is right, but because I believe in you, son."
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he ends up borrowing like several thousand more from, I have no idea who, it doesn't specify. But
the pyramid scammed these people, dude.
He did, dude. And he started with $8,000 in his pocket after borrowing all the money, and only $600 of that was his own. And that's how he became a billionaire, bro.
Damn, dude. Back in the day, all you had to do is scam people and you can become a millionaire or billionaire.
Yeah, is he a billionaire? I'm pretty sure. I don't know, but it seems like it, dude. He at least was a millionaire. We'll just go with that.
He just created he also just like, right from being a billionaire, he just created like the ultimate male fantasy.
He was literally the Pornhub of their generation, dude.
For real, dude. For real. You're not kidding.
They didn't have internet back then, so like Playboy magazine, dude, like God.
God,
that was it.
You know, your granddaddy had some magazines.
He had to, dude. He had to. Back when he was like in World War II, he was like, "Send me one."
Your dad too,
Send
bro.
me a copy.
Send me a copy. I'm in need.
Just kidding.
I'm fiending out here, man. Scratching himself.
Okay, so here's where it gets bad, though. So when he starts this, all right, he started the whole thing by like releasing a magazine of some Marilyn Monroe nudes. So you think like, oh damn, that's where Marilyn got her like her start, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It was not. So this is how it actually started. Marilyn Monroe didn't take these pictures for Hugh Hefner. She actually posed for these photos under like a secret name, and she got paid $50 for them. Like she was like down bad broke, dude. So they gave her $50 for these photos for this like, I don't know, calendar company. And
yeah, Coke wasn't cheap back then, bro. Come on.
Yeah, for real. So years later, though, Hugh Hefner goes to this calendar company and he buys all of Marilyn Monroe's nudes for $500.
Damn. He dropped a lot of money back then, bro. He was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna invest in these nudes."
Yeah. So you hear at this point he's $8,500 deep, right? So he buys those nudes and then like releases them without her consent to this magazine.
What's she gonna do? No, I just
nothing, dude. She got famous off of them, but she didn't get any money off of that magazine.
Damn.
And in 1971, it was like at peak circulation, and he was selling 7 million copies a month.
Damn, bro. Damn. So like
men have always been sleazy, dude. That's all I'm hearing. 7 million husbands a month, dude. We're hiding in the bathroom. That's all I'm.
They all had poopy. They all had to poop.
Yeah, they had to poop for 45 minutes back then. So it's just been passed down through generations.
Unless you're just hitting the pen. No,
So when he actually released the magazine back in like December 1953, it obviously was a big hit, right? And it started by selling like just over 50,000 copies. So it wasn't right away 70 mil a month type of thing. But boom, like he became like a sexual revolution is what they were calling him back then. They're like, damn, this guy's got our backs, dude.
And something I know, Miranda, just from what he was doing, you know how basically he was shipping out porn?
Yeah.
Well, the mail and even the government had problems with that. They were like, hey, yo, what's going on here? We're not going to let you, right? We will take you to court. We're going to resolve this, right? Well, the thing is they went to court and Hugh Hefner won because he technically he wasn't sending out porn. He was sending out reading material.
With naked ladies.
Yes. But
okay.
that's what he said, right? The reading material, like he had a bunch of shit, like a bunch of bull like that, and he won. So he got well, he got to release the magazine and all that.
That actually brings me back to an episode of Friends, dude, where Ross comes into the coffee shop like always, and he's like, "You guys, Playboy published my joke or whatever," and then they're like, Joey goes, "You guys know there's naked ladies in there, right?" You know, and he's like, but yeah, and he got like $100 for like sending his joke into Playboy, and they got it like published on one of the joke pages. And I'm like, I guess I don't even think I've ever looked into Playboy, if I'm being honest. Now I'm gonna order one up.
Dude, same, never, dude, never. I always saw them, you know, when I went to Circle K, they were in the how do I say?
Oh, by the slushies.
In the back by the slushies, yeah.
They were, dude, right? Like there was a little stand and they had like little black covers, but all you could see was the name.
Yeah, you could see the girl's face and then the thing, and I would always wonder. I was like, "What is that?" Right? Until I got older.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know something wild? In Mexico, in like Venezuela, in all these like Latino America, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
They put magazines like that of basically, you know, shops that sell lingerie. And it's like models literally free magazines like that, like Playboy back
what
for free in all these places.
That's wild, dude. I did not know that. Speaking of, okay, so Marilyn's magazine, right?
Yes.
When she died, they talk about like her career and how much money she made and whatnot, because I told you she got no freaking royalties from Hugh Hefner's release.
From her own nudes. No.
Literally, she got $50 off those nudes, dude. That's BS is what I have to say. But anyways, so her net worth, I was like, I wonder how much she did make in her career. Like, just wondering. So she actually, during her career, she made a little under $3 million during her whole entire career. So that would be equivalent to like 24 million in today's economy, or like roughly that much. But during like the time of her death, her estate was worth like around 800,000, and it ended up selling. I think she didn't even pay very much for it, dude. This is the crazy thing. Her net worth after her death, after like everything got, you know, settlements were done and basically everything got whittled down, her net worth was only like down to $370,000. That's crazy, right? After all of that.
Yeah. You want to see something real quick, Miranda?
Yeah. Who's that? Is that Marilyn?
Yeah.
It's hard to see because it's all tiny.
Oh, it's all tiny. Fuck. The glare.
Oh,
dude.
yeah. But one of the nudes.
Oh, damn. The's more. That's
yeah,
wild,
there's a
right?
lot.
There's a lot.
I did the exact same thing, dude, earlier. I was like, what do these nudes look like?
I was like,
I googled him real quick. I was like, just out of curiosity.
you're a little thick, dude. No.
She looks good. Like that's what people should look like, and that's the kind of person that people should be looking up to, like body type wise, instead of looking at super skinny people or like Kim Kardashian who gets surgery. But anyways, so one more thing about Marilyn before we keep going on to Hugh is that she only owned one home, right? And she bought that home for $77,000 in 1962. It sold in 2017 for $7.25 million, dude.
God damn.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, must be nice.
Must be nice. For real, though. So, anyways, we'll go on to the hardcore stuff now, guys. Buckle up for a wild ride. So
it's time for some Quaalude covered pudding pops.
Yeah, literally. So let's start by saying, if you listen to our Cosby episode, Hugh Hefner, dude, and Bill Cosby, they were BFFs.
That was his homeboy.
Yeah, they were definite homeboys. If you listened to that episode, we did talk about a lawsuit that they were actually in together for like sexually assaulting someone at the Playboy Mansion together, right? Yeah. And apparently that didn't only happen one time. That happened multiple times.
Oh, this was a usual case when Hugh Hefner invited his friends over.
Mm-hmm. And so Holly Madison is her name. You guys probably know who she is, right? She
from the hit show The Girl Next Door.
Came out, yeah, and she came out, and she was like also a Playboy bunny for a really long time. She came out and like told all the creepiest stuff and all the gossip about what actually happened at the Playboy Mansion. Because let me ask you this, Jesus, as like a man and as a teen boy and like a kid, you know, you're a male.
Yeah.
Did you guys like idolize him, or did you guys think he was creepy? Like being like, dang, he gets to hang out with hot girls.
Maybe you should know. You should ask when I found out about him, because the thing is, I knew there was always like the Playboy thing. I only knew the bunny, right? The Playboy bunny, just because I saw my sister like have that shit, and then I saw the emblems on the magazine, so I assumed it was just like it's just like a man magazine, like, you know, like Hustle magazine or like the Lowrider magazine. I thought it was just like that, like, oh, it's just like those magazines where they have cars and shit. That's like literally what I thought it was, 100%. And then maybe dude, I probably was older. I was like maybe 18, 19.
Before you knew what it was?
Before I knew who Hugh Hefner was, right? Because I knew about the Playboy bunnies and the mansion. And then I'm like,
okay.
What was it? Oh no, it was when that movie came out with that one blonde chick.
House Bunny.
Yeah,
that's the House Bunny.
There you go. That's when I was like, so you're telling me Hugh Hefner
is it real?
Is real, yeah, and he messes around with young girls all day and then all this stuff. I was like, damn, he's the man. And then I'm like, that's kind of wild though. Like, he's an old man. Like, I just thought about like, huh.
Yeah, it is a weird situation, because that's what I would think of, like, when I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know, being like a teen boy, it must have been like, dang, Hugh Hefner's the man. Like, you know, he's got that dog in him, you know? Like, he's cool. I want to be just like him. But then now that we're adults, we're like, damn, he was creepy as hell, dude. Creepy.
You know what's wild, bro, is that like, because of, you know, having the history of all that, we all either wanted to be like, how do I say? Girls basically wanted to be Playboy bunnies, right?
Yeah, and I mean, get rich or die trying type of.
And then I feel like guys wanted to be pimps, but that shit don't work, right? I mean, obviously. Yeah,
obviously. But do you want to hear some of the gossip that Holly said happened?
Fuck, let's go.
I got a list, dog. Okay. One is that all the girlfriends that he had, because he had multiple girlfriends at once too. Like, he was married a couple times, which I'll talk about his wives and his relationships in a little bit, but he had like multiple girlfriends. Yeah, and kids. And all the girlfriends, dude, they were expected to like participate in his weird like bedtime group sex ritual. I'm not kidding. Yeah, so it was like they were like expected to do it. Then he would take photos of all his girlfriends and him every single night before they went out or whatever they were going to do, right? Then he would have them delivered to each of the girlfriends' doors the next morning. And then he would like basically judge them based on like how they looked and like make them critique themselves and be like, You want to be skinnier here. You want to have bigger boobs here. You want less wrinkles. You want less this and that.
So he would have them like on a
Body shame.
checklist, basically.
Mm-hmm. He would literally be like, all right, here's your photo. Now body shame yourself. And then tell me how we're going to fix it.
That's wild. That'd be like, I can't put a reference to that. That's fucked up.
No, I mean, I do that to myself in the mirror every day, but no one's forcing me besides myself.
See,
like,
bro,
imagine
you do that. You talk shit about yourself. You're a fucking paradox. You talk shit about yourself, and then you're like, oh, I love myself.
Sometimes, dude. We'll see. Anyways, next question. Oh yeah, no question. Next.
This isn't a
I'm on next question, please.
Dude, your what was it? Your self-defense mechanism kicked in, and it was like.
That's what it was, dude. I was like, all right, I've got to go. This is just a Weezer show now. I'm just kidding.
We keep it running, dog. I'll tell you, Hugh Hefner back in the day. No, just Hugh
Hefner back in the day, dude. $600. Okay, so next thing that she said, dude. She said that the first night that she went out clubbing with him, that he offered her a Quaalude out of like a crumpled up tissue. And she was like, she told him, she said, oh, I don't do drugs. He goes, usually I don't approve of drugs, but you know, in the 70s, they used to call these pills the thigh openers.
Damn.
That's what he said, dude. Well, he said thigh openers in this quote, but thigh spreaders, you know, whatever we want to call it. That's what he said. And then he probably freaking got him straight from Cosby, dude.
The thing is, bro, like not even professional or anything. That's such an old man thing to do, a crumpled up napkin.
You know, like, is it a mint or is it a Quaalude? You never know.
Yeah, you might. You don't know. Just tell me how I'm feeling in 10 minutes.
Yeah, taste it and find out, dude. Okay, next. He had like a really weird set of rules, right?
Yes.
But one of like the bizarre things for their like group sex at bedtime is he made them all change into identical flannel pajamas.
That's weird, bro. That's like some like family like.
Yeah.
How do I say, like, but that's like some family domination shit.
I'm about to say some gross things in this next one, so just trigger warning if you don't want to hear gross things. So, I mean, all of it was gross before, but like I'm going to say some words that people might not like, right? Okay, so he would watch porn, smoke pot, and jerk off while his girlfriends and whoever else happened to just be like chilling at the house or visiting would like pretend to like get it on like around him.
That's I don't know. That's wild.
Yeah, and then she said that they would all have to take turns like pleasuring him, but that he never wanted like them to make him finish, that he would like jerk off and finish by himself. Like that was his thing.
Damn, bro, that'd be like if like a girl's giving you a hand job and you like knock it off, you're like, I do it better myself.
Yeah, literally, like that's what he would do. He'd be like, all right, like put this in your mouth, and then like beforehand he'd be like, now back up and watch. That kind of thing. Like because it wasn't even like that, you know. At first I was like, you're right, it is like that, but I'm like, no, he would like make them watch and like, and he'd be like, do you like this? And I'm like, bro, you're 65. No. They just like the money.
There's just freckles on his dick.
Probably, dude. Imagine the wrinkly loose skin. That's all I'm saying.
The displacement of the balls, dude.
Yeah, dude, they were freaking by his knee. So next, she said that like the first time that she actually like, you know, smashed or whatever with them.
Yeah.
That it was like after a long night out, she had like a ton of vodka. They went into his room and there was like no intimacy involved in like the sex with his like playmates, you know. She said it was straight up like no kissing, no nothing. It was just like beep, boop, one and done, bro. And she said it was just gross because it was just like having a warm, like heavy body on top of her with like in her ear.
I was gonna be like,
I know this is supposed to be
and then he's done, dude.
He's like, my hip.
He's like a crab. Oh.
That's exactly how it was, dude. Whew. I know this is supposed to be serious, but I can't.
Yeah,
When we
dude.
talk about it together, when I was reading it, I was like, dang, dude, he was messed up. When we talk about it together, like, I can't stand looking at you when I say that shit, dude. It makes it bad. Okay, this is actually a really bad one. Here's the next one on the list. So he made his sons, the one that was 9 years old and one that was 10, share a bedroom with one of his girlfriends. So it was bedroom number 3, because keep in mind, there was 29 rooms in this house. Not all were bedrooms, but there was 29 rooms. He made his 2 sons share bedroom number 3. It came with 3 beds and a private bathroom in there. And then she did say, though the kids never stayed over when she was there, there was still like kids' toys and stuff scattered all over the bedroom floor. Like, it was a kid's room, and it made it like hella creepy for them to even be in there, dude.
That's wild, bro. They're like, hey, you see my sons over there? I want you to teach them to be a man. It's like, really? It's like, yeah, just go sleep in there with them. And
yeah, like that's basically
hella awkward.
And then he would constantly start fights between the girls in the house, because there was like a hierarchy, dude. So it was like, you're in first place this week. It was like MySpace top friends, but in real life. On God, dude.
Just imagine when they took you off your top friends. Oh, that was the worst.
Dude, that hurt. I'd be like, I was number 1 yesterday.
I was like, damn, bro. I was down for you. I ain't down for you no more. Nice.
That's exactly what he would do in real life, though. So he would like use the bedrooms as like a reward almost. So some of the bedrooms, like with the kids, there was multiple beds in each room with like a bathroom. So like it was basically like being in college. Like the girls would have 3 girls to a room and a bathroom, so they would really never have privacy. And so there was like one room that had just a single bed. It was just a single person room, right? So it was this girl's room. Her name was April. She had become, so it was another girl, but she got kicked out the room, whatever. He was like dating this girl named April. So everyone assumed when that girl got kicked out, that like April would like take the room. But instead, she asked to have bedroom number 3 all to herself, which was the one with 3 beds, and it was huge, and that's where the kids were, right? And he was like, yep, you can. So that made Holly Madison, the girl who's telling all the stories, like, have no room, dude.
That's wild.
So like he would do stuff like that all the time. And then when Holly Madison got her makeup, she got like a makeover done. She had red lipstick on. She comes back, and Hugh Hefner was like, ugh, I hate that whole look. I hate the makeup, and I hate the red lipstick. You look old, hard, and cheap.
Damn.
That's what he told her. But then this girl, Kendra, she moves in a little bit later, wears red lipstick, comes up on Hef, right? And she's like, yo, it's me. And Holly Madison is there, and she's like, oh shit, she's about to get like freaking torn apart. And he's like, wow, that red lipstick looks absolutely wonderful on you. I love it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So he was a master manipulator.
Yeah. Yeah, and he would like pit them against each other by like doing stuff like that. To make it seem like, oh, that girl's better than you are because she did this and whatever. So he would like play mind games with them and gaslight them, dude. Then, you think that's bad, bro? Then these are adult women, right? He had a curfew on them.
Oh,
so he would say
God.
Like, and it was 9 p.m., dude. And he'd be like, you get in past 9 p.m. And she said that one of the nights, like 2 of the girls got home late, like past 9 p.m. And he started like kicking his feet and like had fake tears and acted like literally like he was crying. He threw like a toddler tantrum and said that if you want to stay out late, then you can move out.
Oh my God, this guy.
Yeah.
So he was basically a king.
Yeah, that's literally how he acted. Yeah.
Oh God.
It
just gets worse.
Yeah. Then it continues to get worse. Like that's the thing. So then he made them all like stick to like a specific type of like fashion and beauty type of thing, right? So he made it like really clear to them that he preferred them in like over the top, trashy, like bedazzled rhinestone skirts and all that, like super short skirts and stuff. Like that's what he wanted them to wear. They didn't like pick those outfits by choice. He was like, this is what we want you to be in. And then he would provide each of his girlfriends $1,000 a week just for clothes. Not all of the playmates or anything, but the girls he was dating, he would provide them each an extra $1,000 a week just to get clothes. And he would call it like a clothing allowance.
Damn. So,
and then they would get unlimited.
So were they getting? So were the Playboy bunnies? Were they getting paid to be there?
They were getting paid to be there. I think each of them got paid $1,000 a week just to be there. So, and then I mean, each one depending on what magazine they did.
It's like
and
just to be there, just to have nightly orgies and ride his dick for 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think they would get like royalties off of probably like the magazine photo shoots and whatnot, but like that's just what they got for being there. So they also had like unlimited beauty services, like for hair and makeup and stuff at this one salon in Beverly Hills, and they would just charge it to Hugh's card. And they also, dude, could get whatever plastic surgery they wanted on Hugh Hefner. They just had like, I'm going to get a boob job this week or BBL, whatever. And you just go in and boop, just get it.
Damn. See, that's why everyone wanted to be a Playboy bunny.
Yeah. I mean, for a free BBL, dude. Anyways.
Miranda's considering it. She's like, well,
he's dead. So, I mean, I can't do it anymore. I wouldn't want to be there, though. Like, I don't do well, like, being controlled. If someone's like, you can't go out or you can't buy a bearded dragon or, like, whatever they're going to tell me, it doesn't go over well. I don't like it. So, I wouldn't do well there.
So you say that, and then you got a BBL, and then
I get $2,000 a week and free surgeries, and I'm like, okay, I won't get any pets.
And then you get enough money, and you're like, all right, I'm dipping.
Yeah, could. Yeah, after all the surgery.
I feel like that's literally what all the bunnies did. They're like, okay, I have enough money, I can leave.
Yeah, I mean that is true. Here's another crazy fact, dude. So some of the girls that were in Girls Next Door,
yes,
didn't like get paid appropriately.
Oh, of course they didn't, dude. They were just being used. They're like, yeah, they're like, oh, we're friends with Hugh Hefner. He'll hook us up.
Yeah. So like Holly Madison, this girl named Bridget, and then Kendra, they just didn't get paid for like specific things. So he paid amateur models $25K each. He paid reality stars like $40 to $50K each, and former girlfriends, the twins that we'll talk about probably again, they each got paid $100,000. And then Holly Madison and the other two girls who were like big in like the Playboy magazines and all that, and they were like with him all the time, they only got $25,000 each, even though like they were famous and doing crazy stuff every night. Yeah.
He did him dirty. He was like, fuck it, they're my longtime girlfriends. I won't pay them as much. They already have enough money.
Yeah. That's like literally how he acted. And he was like, oh, they're coming home with me, so why care? Then here's the worst part. Okay, this isn't even the worst part, dude. This is just another bad part. He would make like his staff, he had a specific person on staff to take pictures of any woman visiting or living there, like Polaroids of them. And so he kept pictures of every single girl who has ever been to the Playboy Mansion.
Damn. So he would just snap these girls randomly or what?
No, I think like when they were coming in, he had like a dude be like, all right, have you been here before? Have you not? Cha-ching. You know, okay, it's cha-ching. It wasn't the right word, but like, I don't know how to make a shutter sound. Whatever. Like take a picture and then just move on to the next one. And he had pictures of every girl who'd ever been there.
Okay. That's super weird. He was running like how do I say? It sounds like a cult, bro.
Yeah, literally. Or he's just like worse than a pedophile. I don't know. He was like basically an addict, but okay, probably not worse than a pedophile, but he's like basically an addict to what, sex and women, and I don't even know what else, drugs.
Viagra.
Yeah, definitely. And then, so remember I mentioned like the plastic surgery a second ago?
Yes.
So not only was it free, but he like encouraged them to get plastic surgery because he wanted them all to look the same. So like same cup size, same nose job, like same facelift. Like he tried to, they had to have, you know, like the same hair. And so he would try to, for his girlfriends, like make them, convince them basically to look the same. And
Damn, I'd be like, what size are you? A cup? A cup? So I'm gonna suggest this. You wanna go D? No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, I'm going to suggest this. You don't have to, but if you don't, I'm not going to pay you next week. Like that's what he would do. So she said that they like were financially controlled by him because they basically like weren't allowed to work outside of the mansion. So they were paid like what did I say, like $1,000 a week, right?
Yeah.
And then if they did something that he didn't like, he'd be like, I'm gonna have to dock your pay. That's a bummer. I'm gonna have to take money away from you if you do this again.
It just sounds like the father, like that's what dads do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how he acted. Well, and then not only did he control them financially, but he also like made medical decisions for them. So Holly Madison said that like she was so depressed that she was contemplating suicide, but that Hugh Hefner like refused to let her see a therapist or like get antidepressants or anything like from her. So she said he like actually finally let her get antidepressants from a regular doctor, but that means it might not have been the right thing for what she was going through, blah, blah, blah. He wouldn't let her talk to anybody.
Oh man, this is crazy. It just.
And then he also had like cameras set up, and without anyone's consent, he had anyone who's been in there. He has like videotaped you being in there, photographs and whatever. So if you've been in the Playboy Mansion, you've been videotaped without your consent.
Damn, bro,
and
there's
like,
just a picture of me, dude, butt naked in there. Like you don't even know. No, I'm just kidding.
that would be crazy, dude. I'd be like, how did you even get there?
I was like, there was this one time where I got lost in Arizona, bro. Ended up in Cali. It was wild. No, I'm just kidding.
You were just at the Playboy Mansion, dude. The other thing he did was that he absolutely refused to use condoms. So there was like chlamydia outbreaks and stuff because like people were sleeping with too many people, and Hugh Hefner was like having sex with everybody, and he was like, I ain't gonna use a condom. It ain't enjoyable. So there we go.
This old man just loves spreading diseases.
Yeah.
He himself was a disease.
That's literally exactly what it was. And then he wasn't too scared of people getting pregnant, because basically what former employees have said was that he would like force them to do like butt stuff so that he didn't get them pregnant. Wild, huh?
God, bro. This guy's a monster.
It was gonna get worse, dude. So then here's where things take even more of a turn, you guys. A lot of the former like Playboy bunnies said that drugs flowed like so freely in there. Quaaludes, which, like I said, he called them the leg spreaders or the thigh openers or whatever. All the women were supposed to take Quaaludes, and there was cocaine available for everybody all the time. Hugh Hefner would get prescriptions in all of his girlfriends' names and then send those girls out to meet with cartel members, and basically he made them drug mules.
Drug mules? Damn. Oh, dude, it's the perfect crime, because who would ever suspect a blonde woman?
Especially like a famous one, you know?
Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah,
I hear
like,
they can fix your credit, dog. No, I'm just kidding.
For real. But then, not only that, but he had like employees that were specifically like cleanup crews, is what they call them, you know? And not only did they have to like mop the sticky floors, they had to like do cover up. So on anything that could bring Playboy bad press, so like deaths, sexual assaults, all kinds of stuff. And like an ex-employee actually came forward, and he said that like between 40 and 50 women who had been sexually assaulted at the mansion or one of like the clubs that were owned by it were like silenced by Playboy, because they would either like, I don't know, pay them off, or I don't know what he means by silence, you know what I'm saying? Including, this is when he said in his interview, or this was including the Bill Cosby incidents.
Oh my God. So remember all those girls that we talked about with Bill Cosby? Is basically Hugh Hefner was there too.
Yeah. So I don't know, dude. This guy was not a good guy, and everyone supported him just because they got to see some boobies. So it's kind of your guys' fault. This is all.
Some boobies, and they got some
but...
some in their face, dude. No.
Yeah, literally, that's it. And then Hugh Hefner just got to keep going and going and going, and then bringing Bill Cosby over for play dates or whatever. So
It's like Bill Cosby was one of those A1 members, dude. He had a key and everything.
So next is, obviously, if you haven't figured it out already, Hugh Hefner has been accused of sexual assault many a times. And one was actually his ex-girlfriend, and she said that Hugh had keys to all the rooms in the mansion, and he would like surprise the girls while they were sleeping. When I say surprise, you know what I mean? He would like think it's okay, and it's literally not.
Damn, that's wild. Just imagine you wake up, it's the old man just staring at you while he's.
Literally, dude.
I got lotion on my dick right now.
Yuck. So wait, it gets bad though. It gets bad. So there's actually.
Sorry, dude. Sorry.
I swear to God, dude. I swear to God. So there's a guy named Peter. He did a biography on a playmate named Dorothy Stratton. She claimed that Hugh Hefner R-worded her when he thought she was actually asleep with one of his friends, like that, I don't know, that was there. And his lawyers obviously like tried to fight this and remove the word rape from the book. And I think they said that they were fine with using the term forced seductions, but not rape, is what the Hugh Hefner's lawyers fought.
Damn, bro. So they really fought for the image. They're like, nah, we need Hugh Hefner clean at all times, even though he was the dirtiest man alive.
Yeah. He was also obsessed with like the Manson family, the murderers and stuff. And he even owned home videos, home movies of them like murdering people.
Snuff films, man.
Yeah, literally snuff films. Like that's what he had. And he had them.
Disgusting, man. See?
And this is a really, really, really gross thing, so I'm going to give another trigger warning if you don't want to hear it. His ex-girlfriend claimed that she caught him like doing stuff to the dog, like bestiality type stuff. And that when she like called him out on it, he was like, dogs have needs too.
Oh, yeah. That's gross. That is gross.
That's fucking disgusting, right? And then speaking of earlier, we were speaking of Marilyn Monroe. He actually, like back in like 1992, paid to have his crypt right next to hers. He paid $75,000 so that he can be directly next to Marilyn Monroe. So if you go to Marilyn Monroe's grave, Hugh Hefner and her are side by side.
Some bull.
Yeah, dude.
He's just obsessed with her.
Yeah.
What a guy.
And then two of the twins that he like dated, what were their names? Christina and Carissa, I think. They said that he like gave them STDs. He refused to use protection, and one of them even got pregnant, and then he forced her to like have an abortion. Some wild stuff, right?
It's like at this point, what hasn't he done, dude?
He's literally done everything. He's even like been in some like drug trafficking shit too. He's like, so he had this secretary named Bobby that worked for him. This was like this guy died in like 1975, so it was a long time ago. The FBI actually did an investigation on like how much freaking drugs were coming into the Playboy Mansion, because obviously there were a lot of drugs going in there, right?
Of course.
They were hoping they could find
Quaaludes, bro.
Right, plus some, dude. Because
I want you to know something about Quaaludes, Miranda. Sorry, that I just know.
Oh, good.
Is that Quaaludes haven't been like legal here in like United States for since like the
Forever.
1970s.
Yeah.
When all the FDA drug war happened, they noticed that those were like crazy ass pills.
Yeah.
You can only honestly, and I only know this, and that's because that's like one of the WeTubers I listen to, Goblin. He says you can only get them like in West Africa, and that's if you're dying.
They're like, all right, you're dying. Here's a Quaalude.
He's a Quaalude, yeah. But literally, they're legal in everywhere else in the world except for West Africa.
That's weird, dude.
So how crazy are these drugs? Is what I want to know.
They're crazy, dude. That's why they don't exist. Like, you can get roofies, but you can't get Quaaludes. Like, that's crazy.
I'm sick of I'm just kidding.
This Bobby guy that I was, geez, I'm sick of this dude. I'm sick of it. So this Bobby guy that I was telling you was the secretary who died. When he died, they found cocaine. Maybe it was a girl because it said in the purse. So maybe Bobby's a girl. I don't know. Anyways, they found some cocaine in there. So the FBI tried to prove that like Hugh Hefner and like the Playboy bunnies were supplying the drugs, blah, blah, blah. And
it's like, no. We were consuming them, bro. Consuming the drugs, not transporting them, consuming them.
Yeah, they didn't find any hard evidence saying that they were providing them. But back in 2022, this other girl brought it up, right? And she goes, how many times did I pick up drugs for Hefner? Like, I don't know, countless times. I
probably
somehow
the
never
usual,
got caught.
man. It's like, hey, go pick up from here. Hey, go meet these two people here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But no, he was not a good guy, you guys. So then he dies, right? He dies in 2017.
Yes.
What happened to the mansion? You know, that's what my curiosity was. So I was like, I want to ask. Like, let me ask Google. So back in the day, like years before, a year before he died, he actually like ended up selling the mansion before he died. So when he purchased the Playboy Mansion, which was in 1971, he bought it for $1.1 million.
Yeah.
So they estimated like if it weren't to have been the Playboy Mansion and stuff, it was just a normal ass house, it would probably estimate around 7.5 million. But because it was the Playboy Mansion, he had actually put it on the market, right? And I don't even remember what year it was. Oh, it was in 2016. Okay, so he puts it on the market for $200 million. He only got like 100 mil for it, but then passes away. The dude who bought it was actually like the what's it called? The
co-founder,
or like, I was going to say co-captain.
Second in command.
Yeah, second in command. Co-CEO. CEO is the word I was looking for. Yeah, but of Pabst, like the beer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So sure. him and his brother. So he ends up buying it for like $100 million. And then like an equity firm had sold Pabst back in like 2014 for like $700 million. So like the guy had the money, he bought it. And now he just like uses it for like events and whatnot. And he like wants to, you know, he's like super into architecture and that's why he bought it. And he wanted to like fix it all up and blah, blah, blah. But when he bought it, he had to like sign a contract basically saying that he wouldn't alter like the structure of the Playboy Mansion or like anything else. So he can like update things inside, but he can't like tear anything down or demolish anything or do anything like that. So like he's basically like, okay, I can fix up like the pool and stuff, but like I can fix up the lawn, but that's really all he can do. Make like some improvements inside, but
that's weird.
And after Hugh Hefner died, so when he bought it in 2016, Hugh Hefner was still alive, and he let him live in it for another year until he died. He passed away in the Playboy Mansion. That's where Hugh Hefner actually died. After he passed, though, people like looters came in and like took stuff. They like demolished his room, dude. They freaking tore everything apart. They stole like all kinds of sex toys basically so they can sell them online. They stole like gold statues. They like went in and just tore this place apart. So people ruined the inside. So we talked about his wives and girlfriends and stuff, right?
Yes.
Which there were a lot, dude. So this other guy, he still owns it. The guy he sold it to, which I probably didn't even say his name. But his name is, let me tell you guys, because I guess it's kind of important to the story. I think it's David or something. It's not even a cool name, dude.
All anticipation. It's like, drum roll, please. And it's like, Dave.
And it's like, his name was Lee. Like, I don't know. I can't even find it. Why can't I find it? But anyways, so we all talk about, like, how did he die, right? He actually died from, he got E. coli. That's what killed him, dude.
E. coli, bro?
He literally had E. coli, like the bacteria, and just died. Then Darren, that's the freaking dude who bought it. Darren is the name. But after all these girlfriends and boyfriends and all the E. coli and the dying and whatnot, he actually said, like, the love of his life was a man. Sorry, I said it wrong. Dr. Mark Saganor. I'm not sure how to say it. They had like a romantic relationship. It was his personal physician. They had a romantic relationship though for nearly 40 years. That guy's daughter did an interview and said like they were soulmates. That was the love of my father's life. And when Hugh Hefner died, this guy was by his side holding his hand, dude. No joke, dude. No joke.
That's wild, bro. That's wild. This guy had so much sex that he became gay.
He said that he had sex with over 1,000 women in his life.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
I know. I don't even know what to say. I'm just like, that's gross. I don't know. But
it's like I want to touch that man with a 10-foot pole.
Me either, dude. Imagine you see him and he just like wants to like hug you for a picture. Like, no.
Dude,
I ain't
you just see
getting chlamydia
like
today.
an aura around him. It's like green and gray. It's like disgusting. Like that's it. That's all the disease.
It's just black. No, that's ugh. That's all I have to say. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
What do you feel about Hugh Hefner?
Dude,
what is it from when you were little to right now after you heard all this stuff? How do you feel?
See, I feel like Jesus always wanted to go to the Playboy Mansion, right? But in reality, now that what we know, what actually went on is like, I'd go and have a badass time, right? But then I would actually find out like how that shit ran, and I'd just feel terrible.
Yeah.
But this guy makes me feel like no redemption, right? There's no redemption for people like this.
Yeah, and
the memory of him is always going to be a bad one.
Mm-hmm. And he passed away too, like right before like the Me Too movement. So can you imagine if he was alive during it, dude? He would have finally got what was coming to him. I know it. But he died right before.
And I don't think it did it. See, that Me Too movement, it did somewhat, but I don't think it did what it should have done. You know what I mean? It should have done a lot more. Instead of catching like, you know, all these producers and actors, should have been catching the real pedophiles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. But at least we got some of the big people who are having us brainwashed that we're watching on TV every day, you know?
True that.
They made a teeny tiny
difference.
Baby dent. Not a difference, but a dent.
A dent?
Yeah.
What do you feel, Miranda?
I don't even know, dude. Like, I just feel like all the episodes we've been doing, we talk about people who are super famous and super, I don't necessarily want to say respected, but like they were looked up to. Like that's someone that you'd be like, dang, I want to be just like him. Like he's so funny, or he did this and he did that, and came from nothing to something, you know, that kind of thing. And then you hear all these stories and it's like, okay, well, he only became something because he literally sold nudes without consent that weren't his, and then raped women for the next 50 years. Like that's disgusting. You hear stuff like that and it's like, oh, but you don't get to see it unless you're on the inside. You just hear about it after. You can't believe anything. You can't like an actor or an actress. You can't believe a normal street person like us. Like I don't know what to call it. Not famous. You can't literally do anything. Anymore.
We're normal people, bro.
I said you can't like the street people.
Street people, like we run these streets.
We run these streets. No, but I mean, you can't trust anything, and it's really crazy. Well, and the worst part of it all is that people like us are the only reason that people like Bill Cosby and Hugh Hefner and James Franco and Danny Masterson and, you know, all these people, the only reason that they can keep going is because we watch their shows. We watch their movies. You got, you know, people, we buy their magazines. Like, we support them. Like, that is the only reason they can keep going, and it's because of us.
Damn, bro. Real shit. Real spill, dude. You just drop them bars. I'm like, chill.
Oh, chill.
Why is your mic on fire, dude? No, I'm just kidding.
I know. I'm like, will someone get the fire extinguisher?
You just drop your mic and dip.
I know I can't though because it's on a mount.
Yeehaw, brother.